Oh my God. 24 million wild boars in Australia. An army that multiplies without end, spreading terror from the jungles of Queensland to the sugarcane, corn, and banana fields. They tear apart crops, rip up the soil, erode rivers and streams, and spread disease to livestock. Every year, the damage climbs to $500 million, making them one of the greatest ecological and economic disasters in Australia. How can we stop a creature that breeds like lightning and vanishes into the wilderness? And can mankind reclaim the balance from them? You're watching Wild Hunters, where hunting is not just an action, but a battle to protect the land, the harvest, and the balance of nature. In just one night, wild boars can tear through an entire field, causing thousands of dollars in damage. They erode the soil, pollute water sources, and carry diseases and accidents that threaten both people and livestock. Can mankind stand firm against an enemy that breeds explosively and adapts with frightening speed? Fences, traps, even 1080 poison have all failed. What began as scattered efforts has now become an organized campaign. Farmers and hunters like John and David join the fight, armed with ATVs, thermal cameras, night vision scopes, hunting rifles, bows, and trained dogs. These are no longer isolated hunts, but tightly coordinated operations, where humans move as a true army. At the break of dawn, the hunting team was already deep in the thick forests of Queensland. The air was so still it felt almost suffocating, every sound swallowed by the silence. The hunters stood locked in focus, waiting for the moment their prey would emerge. And just as expected, the first shot rang out. Dead on, flawless, the kind of precision that promised a day of triumph. What followed was a string of lethal shots, each one striking with ruthless accuracy. One by one, the wild hogs dropped, and at the center of it all stood a true marksman, calm, sharp, and every bit the real deal. Not far away, David suddenly caught sight of a wild boar flashing across his view. He immediately raised his rifle, every movement precise and unwavering. The gunfire echoed far, igniting a relentless pursuit ahead. That very moment signaled a day destined for triumph. More rounds followed, sending the herd of boars into a frantic retreat. Each shot landed like a decisive strike, driving them step by step into despair. One after another fell, a clear testament to the mastery and resolve of a seasoned marksman. The next day, as the morning light filtered through the trees, the hunting team pressed on with their mission. They moved deeper into the forest, where fresh tracks revealed the herd had only just passed. Suddenly, from the thicket, one broke away and charged into the open. In an instant, the marksman was ready, his sights locked tight. A decisive pull of the trigger thundered out like a declaration. The target collapsed after its reckless dash, and the team immediately pressed forward, closing in on the next course. Each gunshot rang out not only to end a desperate escape, but to reaffirm human control in this relentless campaign. At first light, David's group leads the hunt into the vast savanna. A thin veil of mist still clings to the ground, while the tracks left overnight reveal the wild boars had just passed through. Suddenly, a shadow emerges, breaking the calm of dawn. Instantly, David reacts. A gunshot cracks across the open fields, echoing as the signal that launches a new day's pursuit. From that moment on, the silence of morning is gone, replaced by the tension of battle that lies ahead. With the break of a new day, on the vast grasslands that seemed so peaceful, the air suddenly turned tense. From the edge of the forest, a lone wild boar burst out, tearing up the ground and spreading fear across the land. David immediately took position, his eyes locked on every movement. The brief silence was stretched to the breaking point until the gunshot thundered, shattering the stillness and marking yet another milestone of human dominance in this battle. Across the wide grasslands, just as the dust seemed to settle after the first volley, another shadow had emerged. A lone wild boar charged through the open field, and the tension surged instantly. David closed in on the target. Then a series of gunshots echoed across the plains, driving the beast into utter desperation. On that endless sea of grass, each moment stood as undeniable proof of mankind's overwhelming advantage against this relentless invader.
La première balle est très bien passée. Et le sanglier continue malgré tout.
Unlike David, Lewis is a true archery expert. Every time he takes aim, his focus is razor sharp, locked in with absolute precision. Let's take a look at some of his most impressive moments. Clean, powerful shots taking down wild boars with unmatched skill. As you can see, Lewis's shots are unbelievably accurate, almost unreal. But that kind of precision doesn't come overnight. It's the result of years of relentless practice. Sure, humans may bow to the power of nature, But when it comes to destructive pests like wild boars, there's no giving in. That's exactly why Lewis is here, standing with the farmers, protecting their land and driving back these invaders. Another day comes to an end, and as night falls, John and his team head back out for the hunt. Surrounded by nothing but darkness, wild boars, and the raw force of nature, the stage is set for a fierce battle. Tonight, the odds are tough, the boars are many, but John's crew is just a handful of men. Still, watch closely as these beasts are taken down one by one. No matter how overwhelming their numbers, the spirit of mankind, driving back these invaders, will always prevail.
Two, one.
Hey!
Mine's dead. Yeah, I didn't want to listen to it anymore. There we go. Sit down, man.
Wild boars, the most dangerous invasive species in Australia. This is not just the story of precise shots. It is the union of calculated strategy, modern technology, and the unbreakable spirit of community. Humanity is fighting back against wild destruction with intelligence, resilience, and a determination that will not retreat. Because if we stand still, the price will be more than crops. It will be the future itself. So like, comment, and subscribe to stand with us. Because the battle against this invasive enemy is far from over. And wild hunters will always be there on the front lines.